That was certainly something, wasn't it? That was certainly something we just experienced with that last chapter. But yeah. Soul Red didn't just come out of nowhere in Revelations. Yeah, I guess it is mentioned in, like, Birthright, which I completely forgot about. That seems like something that freaking, what's her face? I've already forgotten her name. Honestly. That freaking, Elisa's nanny would say. I have literally no idea what her name is already.
Stay with you.
I've already forgotten. I have like the memory of a goldfish sometimes, I swear. I keep running low on my freaking crap. Let's send Sakura in there, is what we'll do. Sakura in the class that Elise would normally be in. Astra, 59% chance to hit, though, is a little bit sketchy. Come on. Oh? Pretty hype. Because the Casita, that was the freaking name. It's like cassette, except it's Casita. Coming soon to VHS and DVD. For whatever reason, I was going to fill that in with like Casita or cassette, but cassettes and VHSs are not even the same thing, but they're kind of similar-ish, and that made me think of that and freaking... Why do I have allergies? I'm talking about cassettes! I don't even know. Way up. Casserole. If she ever comes up in this story again, which I don't think she will, we're just gonna call her Casserole. Is what we're gonna do. Take these glasses. There you go. What do you think of them apples?
You're here.
Just call her Casserole. Is what we'll do if we see her again. I'm like, hey, a gold!
Huh?
Poggers!
See ya.
You know, I never say poggers, like, seriously. I know that some people do. I can never say it completely seriously. I freaking say it as like a... I don't know what the hell. In a meme-y way that's almost making fun of, like, streamers that actually say it seriously is kind of the way that I say it. But it might not come off that way. I don't even know. Give us more gold bars. Your stats have been maxed for 3,000 years, but I don't care. We keep on there we go. Thanks for the gold. This is what happens when we continue to feed the dragon and whatnot. As we need to hurry, Karen's thrash metal Fortnite album is almost complete. Ever heard you say poggers before? I say it sometimes on stream here and there, but it's like rare. Oh no! Not this! Wait, it's running at 100% speed! Is that the power of what a new drive will do? Oh my good gracious, this is 100% speed! What? I was so worried for a second there that we were going to be frozen for 3,000 years again. But now that I'm running this on a solid state that is directly attached to my motherboard, Citra no longer cares. Huh. Well, the Fox Girl Softlock no longer exists as of this computer upgrade. That's interesting, isn't it? So, there's no more Fox Girl Softlock. I mean, it wasn't even a softlock in the first place. It's funnier to think about it like a softlock, but it technically wasn't even a softlock in the first place. This drive is so powerful, not even the power of Mage Killer Kid can stop. Apparently, there are still like some things that lag it here and there in like weirdly specific situations. Like, for example, during some of those previous cutscenes when it loaded up certain background stills, it was like briefly going down to 55% speed, but then it'd come up to 100% again like soon after anyway. And just there, the freaking thing that lagged this game the hardest in the past out of anything, this time did not lag at all. And I wonder if Citra is like set up for my actual microphone, because it was actually doing the freaking, like, it was registering the microphone there. So, huh. No more Fox Girl Softlock. I guess that's the power of a fancy new drive, huh? I mean, it's interesting. This game isn't even on that drive. Citra is on the fancy new drive. But the game is actually on one of my hard drives. It's on the other hard drive. The game and Citra, I think, used to both be on my really, really crappy hard drive. But now, Citra is on my really good solid state, and the game is on my, my better hard drive, is the thing. I was debating about, and I'm still debating about, potentially for whatever ongoing games that I have on Citra, like any ongoing playthroughs, I could move them onto like the really, really good drive, and then it could be even better. Can I do that right now? I'm tempted to. Have it maybe work even better. Like, would that help a whole lot if the ROM itself is on the better drive in addition to Citra? Would that help? Should we test it? I mean, should we just like slap it on there and see if it works? I don't even know. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. But yeah, speaking of that cutscene, I love that underground in North Sea. It's just a cool visual. It is really cool still. The emulator didn't like it at first, but then it thought it was just fine. I feel like this computer is still like adjusting to having, you know, a completely new OS installment on a completely new drive. And for all intents and purposes being essentially a new computer with access to all my same old stuff when all that changes is one drive and a freaking install Windows. Oh! We're gonna have a lot of support conversations. This is gonna be its own part then. But yeah. Nora's just cool, peak high fancy. Too bad the writing sucks. Shame about the writing. Wait, let's see what we have here. So it looks like we have one with Sophie and Caldori. So let's see there. Avel isn't with you today, Sophie. Good, I'm still recovering from our last run-in. Oh, now when I think of Avel, we were recently doing some Metopia stuff. Now whenever I think of Avel, I'm gonna think of our cursed horse in the Metopia playthrough. That freaking massive red horse with a bazillion other colors that we made to be like the most cursed thing ever. I was just thinking about our run-ins with that horse in Metopia. And I hope you have yeah, Garfy. Garfy the horse. Hope you have a good rest of the night though, Morris. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Take care and whatnot. I'm still really sorry about that. What's wrong, Sophie? You're usually more brimming with energy. Yeah, usually I stop thinking about stuff after I've had a good night's sleep. But my Avel problems are always still there in the morning. Avel's quite headstrong, isn't he? He has his good days when he'll listen and behave, but other days... Well, just yesterday he bit a villager and then ate all the food in a market stall. Oh yes, I heard someone was putting together a food drive for those poor folk. I didn't realize that was Avel's doing. Times like this, shutting myself away in my tent and counting sand isn't cutting it. You count sand? Does it help? Was it the, was it like one of the Sonic Adventure, like, redubs that I'm thinking of? When I think of, like, Omega, count every grain of sand in this desert. Okay, 1, 2, like, or what are those things exactly called? I think they're called redubs. Anybody that hasn't seen them should check them out. They're freaking hilarious. When I think about counting sand. Oh, okay, so that's from 06, but it is a redub thing. It's not one of the adventure ones. But that was from 06 then. So it was still like a Sonic fandom redub thingamabob thing though. Those are still like hilarious though. Those are freaking great. When I heard about counting sand, the first image that appeared in my head was Omega counting all the grains of sand in the desert. And sometimes it helps me through things. Like yesterday, I counted up to 23,510. That's what they're called, real-time dubs. That's what it's called. It's got to be a better use of your time than that. Avel's not bad, he's just special. I got him from my daddy and I love him so much. But if he won't listen when I beg him to stop kicking over old ladies, what if he ignores me in the middle of a fight when it counts? Kicking over old ladies? How is Avel too? He always listens to daddy, and why not me? I bet if Avel could see you now, he'd regret being so willful. It sounds like your relationship with him is a bit fraught. You might be better off treating him as a friend rather than a problem to be solved. You'll get better results with a smile than a frown. That goes for people and horses. Harmonia. You're right. If Avel sees me afraid of him, it'll make him act even crazier. Thanks, Harmonia. You've given me a new angle on this. Now you're sounding more like the Sophie we all know. I'm gonna try this on Avel. See you around, Harmonia. Okie doke. Well, and we have one with Caldori. Isn't the... Do I remember how these sports go? I don't even remember. A little early today. Maybe I should make the rounds. Oh, Lord Harmonia, good morning. Morning? What are you doing up so early? Just doing my morning training. Now I've been sprinting for the last hour. Wow, how many sprints have you done? Huh? Just the one. You've been sprinting for an hour straight. Yeah, I wish I could go for longer. This is nothing compared to what Father can do. If he wanted, he'd even be up earlier, doing mountain trails at top speed, no sweat. Ah, did Tsubaki tell you this? Nope, but Father is perfect, so I'm sure it'd be a piece of cake for him. Right, you really look up to your father, don't you? Don't we all? By the way, did you know that he praises you a lot too, Lord Harmonia? Not just that you're a skilled fighter, but that you've a good mind for strategy too. I should hope so after all the freaking Fire Emblem things that we've done on this channel. But he also says you're very knowledgeable and charismatic. Oh, really? I never knew he thought all that. He says that sometimes he thinks you must be a gift to us from the heavens. One of those rare people that can do just about anything. A hero who appears in times of terrible crisis. Does he now? I think he might have gotten a little carried away. Lord Harmonia, will you be my mentor? What? Why? I told you, Father has so much respect for you. There must be so much you could teach me. Please, make me your disciple. But don't you think Tsubaki would make a better mentor than me? Maybe, but he always says he doesn't like doing that sort of thing. Teaching, I mean. He didn't even change his mind when I said he was the only one who'd do. I kept saying, you're the best there is, but he started sweating and just left. Funnily enough, that's when he told me how incredible you were. Oh, Tsubaki, why hast thou forsaken me? Huh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing, just talking to myself. Okay, well then, I look forward to receiving your sure-handed guidance in the future. Good grief, so Tsubaki set me up. Oh well, I can't say I blame him. Probably just didn't want to let her down. Let's hope I don't either. But yeah, wanted old lady slayer, evil reward 50,000 gold, imagine. Wow, Cord, you're so strong and smart and handsome and cool. Wow. What a cool dudo. Ugh. What's wrong, Asugi? What do you think? We screwed up. I mean, because we lost sight of that guy. So what? We'll get him next time. Yeah, about that. I don't want you coming with me anymore. Oh, why not? Because I worked better alone. But it wasn't my fault that he got away. I was off chasing a rabbit, remember? That may be true, but you distracted me. And your insistent loud chatter has got to stop. Fine, whatever, I don't care. I won't help you anymore. Excellent. That's just what I want to hear. It's for your own good, you know? Spying isn't a game. It's dangerous. Says you. Well, that was unpleasant. Had to be done, though. Now, to pick up where I left off. I can't believe you fell for that. Like I'd give up that easily. I'll show him just how talented I am. Welp. What do we have here? Dang, I wanted them to freaking be at A already. Gosh darn it. They're still not. Mitama. Your council starts in 5 minutes. Stop being such a hermit. Come on, or you'll make us both late. Mitama. Are you going to throw a fit before every meeting? Just go by yourself already. Unacceptable. I always just, whenever I see unacceptable, I always think of freaking Bravely Default. Unacceptable! They told me to come get you, so you're coming with me. You're coming with me, criminal scum! Meeting is so crowded. Oh, wait, what am I thinking of when I think of you're coming with me? I think I'm thinking of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You're coming with me, treasure. I think is what I'm thinking of. That meeting is so crowded, no one will notice. Meetings are pointless. They never ask for my thoughts. Why even bother? If you're going to skip, at least have the dignity to come up with a decent excuse. In the meantime, you're coming. Don't make me drag you by your toes. I can't whistle, so like, Mitama, what happened to your room? Nothing. My room's only fault is the door that's blown open. Why don't you shut it? I should invite the war council over here. Clearly there's been an unreported attack. Have you cleaned your room, ever? Well, this is my private lair for writing poetry. I hardly need it to be neat. The mess inspires, and it keeps strangers like you out. Why should I clean it? You can spin it all you want, but you're not fooling me. If it bothers you so much, why don't you clean it? Well, obviously I lack any talent for cleaning. Why should I do it when you're so skilled? Even if I want to help you, which I don't, I can't barge into a girl's room like that. Of course not. It's only proper to stand at the door and peek inside without asking. If you clean my room for me, then I will attend the council meeting. Fine, but you're going to help. I'm not doing it all while you sit back and watch. Now, let us hurry. We'll be late to the meeting. What a travesty. Well, here's the kind of person who learns that when stealth is optional, pulls out dual machine guns and starts blasting. Stealth is optional in this mission. Well, let's see here. So these two can finally get to A. Sophie, thank you very much for that soap. Oh yeah, that was the freaking plot line of this series of supports or whatever the heck. It makes my hair smell so lovely. Ah, how beautiful. God, it's working out for you. That product you gave me has smoothed out my hair a lot too. And look, it's so shiny that even Abel doesn't think it's food anymore. I'm sure even Shura would think that it's easy breezy beautiful, as he did during the last chapter. I was going to say, it's a big improvement. Trying something new paid off, I'll say, thanks a bunch, Caldori. No, thank you. We may be at war, but that won't stop us from looking good on the battlefield, right? If I can get enough ingredients, I can make enough for everyone who's interested. Oh, good idea. Just think what a whole team of fabulous-looking warriors could do. You know, Sophie, you originally came to me hoping that the two of us could be friends, but you might not know that I wanted to be friends with you too, even before that. Huh? Why bring that up now? I just thought I should tell you, since we're friends. Is that strange? No, not strange. Just a little awkward. You're right. I'm sorry. This is the first chance I've ever had to make friends with any girls my age. I was just too happy to finally see an opportunity like this. Oh, totally. I feel the same way. Our little chats are so much fun. They really are. Maybe next time we can finally get back to the subject of horseback riding. Too soon, Keltori. Too soon. Much rather talk about grooming tips for horses, though. Oh yeah? I'm interested in that, too. I have very specific methods of taking care of my Pegasus's coat. I know just what you mean. The brush I use on Abel is custom-made for his thick hair. I bet we could talk about this for hours, I bet. Wait, was there I bet twice? Or, wait. We could talk. Oh, it was a haha at the beginning. Feels like we've been friends for a long time. I hope we stay that way for a long time to come. So, one of these two want A plus the other. What's my freaking plans here? Is the thing. So, let's see Sophie first and foremost. Apparently, Sophie's only A plus opportunity, like at all, is freaking Caldori. What the hell? Really? Where's Sophie? A plus? Wow, that's literally the only person she can A plus. So, wow. Not exactly a whole lot of options, huh? And then let's see here. For Caldori, yeah, her options are Mitama, which would give her the Monk line, Rajat, that would give her the Diviner line, or Sophie, that would give her the Cavalier line. And Cavalier can give her Luna. So that sounds spicy spice, so let's absolutely do that with Caldori, methinks. Does Great Lord gets Ether, right? No? Let me double check this, because I have like all the skills on my spreadsheet here. So, Great Lord does get Ether. Why don't I have Ether as one of the skills for Caldori in like my plans here? Man, my spreadsheet is not as fleshed out as it freaking should be. Because she can literally get freaking Ether, Luna, Rend Heaven from freaking Spear Fighter being passed down by her mother, Hinoka. Astra from Samurai. And she can get Replicate if she S's with Asugi for the ninja line. Huh. She can have a lot of skills potential. She already has Ether. It's literally already there. The Great Lord gets Ether right, meanwhile Caldori has it right there. I was just confused because I was looking at my spreadsheet for like my planned skills and I saw that Ether wasn't there on my plans. And I was like, wait, what the hell? Why isn't Ether on my plans? Great Lord does get Ether. It was literally right in front of me. Unbelievable. Also, she doesn't even need to get freaking Replicate from S support. That's another thing that she has like right there already is the thing. My goodness gracious. Well, I mean, who did Kana want to A plus anyway? It was Midori, right? For like Replicate? Because I was just about to say that the one with Mitama is possible. Yeah, Midori for Apothecary so that she can get access to Replicate. So it seems like she's going to be able to do that. What are her other options anyway? It's just those two. So it's either Monk or Apothecary. And Apothecary is Replicate. So that seems like the way to go. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and do that. Midori. Ah, well, I see that my patient is doing much better now. My throat isn't sore anymore. I'm glad I was able to finally figure it out. What do you mix up for me? I mean, the old medicine didn't work. And the new old medicine either. The new medicine did. Fact is that I've been giving you medicine made for people. Huh? When you said your throat got sore after battle and then worse after another battle, it was related to something that you are in battle. A dragon. What? And then the new medicine is for dragons, yes. Wait, so I was about to say, I guess that means that dragons like exist normally within this universe as well. I guess there is wyverns and whatnot, so I mean. I did tweak the formula so it wouldn't be harmful to people though. You do switch back and forth after all. Wow, thank you, Midori. You're very welcome. There's no better friend than you are, keeping me healthy. No better friend than you for being such an interesting patient. Okay, that was a quick one there. So yeah, if we go ahead and get that A+, yeah, Kana Midori reached support level A+, that means that Kana is now going to have access to the Apothecary line and therefore Replicate. And in turn, Midori... Where's Midori? There's Midori. Yeah, you could get Diviner from Selkie. Or you could get Dark Mage from Kana, which would give you, like, Life Taker. And is that on my freaking flawed plans? It is on my flawed plans. Because that seems spicy spice. So yeah, let's go ahead and A+ with Kana. So you get access to the Dark Mage line. And you can do, like, Life Taker and whatnot. And, like, Vengeance if you want to as well, technically. And these two are gonna get to freaking A. Yes! We're getting a bunch of stuff. How'd you make dragon medicine when Corn, Kana, and the deities in the game mentions like twice are the only true dragons in the game? Yeah, that's how I was confused. I was about to say, like, are there regular dragons just like chilling around in this world? Like, there's wyverns, I guess. But like, I guess it was wyvern medicine-ish or something related to wyverns or something? I don't know, maybe. Freaking, let's see here. Shiro Karagi. We sure bagged a lot of game today. With your eyes and my muscle, we're an unstoppable hunting machine. Yeah, I don't think I've ever caught this much game on my own. I bet we make an even better team on the battlefield. You know, you're right. We should team up more often. You've been teaming up like crazy for the last 3,000 years. Between your bow and my naginata, which neither of you wield anymore. I mean, Karagi technically wields a bow, but it's more like he has a cannon. And meanwhile, Shiro has the other two main weapons of like axe/club and a sword, but not naginata. It won't matter if the enemy's near or far. We'll cut them down like wheat in harvest season. We could take on a whole army by ourselves if we set our minds to it. You really think so? Of course. I've seen you shoot. Never has an arrow flown straighter. I'd trust you to watch my back in even the worst situations. Same to you. You know, I'm really happy to have a cousin like you, Shiro. I feel the same, little man. We're practically brothers by now. You know it. Hey, how about we make our next hunting trip a contest, see who gets the most? Of course, it'll be harder for you to hunt with a spear, so we can count fish too. Contest, eh? You're on. Good, then get ready to eat dirt. Right back at you. So what was my plans here anyway? Let's see here. I'm gonna go to the Hashido specific page. I have a page for like units that you get on both routes, a page for Hashido and a page for Nor. So like for my spreadsheet, it's just for a route like Birthright. I just go back and forth between the both and Nor pages essentially, or the both and Hashido pages, not Nor. So freaking Shiro's options are Karagi and Asugi. There would be Kana, but it would be male Kana. Like, those are the only two options there. And if he 8+ with Asugi, he would get access to the ninja line. But Shiro... Wait. Shiro's already going to have access to replicate anyway, because it seems like my planned S with him is Apothecary. So he's already going to have access to replicate through S support anyway, so he just doesn't really need to earn replicate from A+ing with Asugi. Otherwise, I would have A+ed him with Asugi, but otherwise he just doesn't really need to, since like his S support will already account for that and get him replicate with him getting Apothecary. So he's gonna get Archer, I guess, just for funsies with Karagi. And Karagi actually wanted to A+ with Dwyer for something different, just because that's like what's gonna give him like the most other stuff. It doesn't even look like he has any plans to you know, use anything that Dwyer gives him, but it's still intriguing. So where is Karagi? Yeah, I mean, he's not even gonna use anything that Dwyer gives him. Oh look, our new unit here. We have freaking sure. Oh, I should give that Spies Yumi to somebody else now that can use that. And there's the Beast Stone Plus and whatnot. I mean, wyverns and dragons are different throughout Fire Emblem lore, since dragons are equal or greater than humans in intellect, but wyverns are more animalistic. Whoops, that's not Shura. Yeah, let's get Shura on out of here. Our new unit, or his items out of there. So you don't have A in bows yet. Karagi can't in that class, and he has a ballista anyway. But Sophie will eventually be able to do that, is the thing. You know? Like where? Not the Fujin Yumi. Spies Yumi. Yeah, I completely forgot this was a weapon in this game. A 3-range thingamabob. So once you get up to A in bows, you'll be able to wield that. Eventually. And the other thing that... Gosh dang it, what was the other thing that Shura had? I've already forgotten. He had the Spies Yumi, and then he had something else that I was going to put somewhere. And now I've already forgotten. What the hell was it? Crap. Whatever. Whatever, not that big. Oh, I remember, the Beast Stone Plus. I went over Selkie, and then I remembered. Beast Stone Plus. Bada bing, bada boom. You can go ahead and equip that. So then... Yeah, let's see our other support here. It looks like these two will get with A. Let's turn off the super bright spreadsheet there. Phew, that was great. We made it to the end of the song. I never imagined that we would be able to make music together again. I know what you mean. I honestly think our singing sounds better now than when I was younger. You've really matured into quite an impressive young man. At this rate, your singing skills will eclipse mine in no time. That's impossible. We may be singing the same song, but the way you sing has a mysterious power that I don't possess. Mysterious power? What do you mean? Your voice has the power to rally allies and stop enemies in their tracks. I could never sing like that. Shigure, I don't know about that. Ever since I returned, I've had the same persistent thought. I may be your child, but my songs don't have a fraction of the power that yours do. If only I could be more like you. Shigure, I know you can sing like me. What? How is that possible? My songs may be powerful, but that's only because of the pendant that my mother gave me long ago. Man, my throat. So the pendant is the true source of your strength. Indeed, if you were to wear it, perhaps it would have the very same effect. Maybe it would be even more effective. Do you think I could give it a try? No, I'm afraid not, dear. Overuse of this power can destroy your body over time. Destroy? What do you mean? Wait, can it lead to your death? Well, you've worn that pendant for so long. Why don't you stop? You have a problem. You need to stop. Just like freaking, what was the, just like your mother, Arette, you need to stop, or whatever the heck. Let me take on that responsibility for you. I can't stand to think of you suffering. You're my beloved son, Shigure. I would never dream of saddling you with this burden. I would never give you this pendant, not now or ever. Oh, I see. I'm terribly sorry, son. I never planned to speak of this with you. But know that your songs do have power. They have the ability to ease pain and grant peace of mind to anyone in earshot. Sing with pride, Shigure. One day, when this war ends, I plan on throwing this pendant into a lake. It should sink to a place where no one will ever possibly find or use it again. If it should disappear for some reason, please get rid of it for me, Shigure. What? You're the only one that I could ever entrust with this important task. Very well. You can count on me. Thank you so much, dear. I hope it never comes to that. I hate to think of you leaving me here. If you do, my curiosity got the better of me. I might want to use that pendant. Just know that I'll hunt you for the rest of your days if you do. I was kidding. I promise I won't ever harness its power. After all that you've done to protect me, I could never betray you. I hate to place such a cruel burden on your shoulders, but you're the only one I can trust. It's fine. People don't ask me for help all that often. I'm pleased to know you would trust me with such an important task. Would you mind if I asked you for a favor too? Certainly. What is it? Will we sing our song again sometime? When you aren't wearing that pendant, of course. I swear we will again, someday. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it, Mother. That was a long one. That for my throat. Sure, his supports will be good and it'll be fleshed out and he'll have the character progression he deserves instead of having a support line for the Corns and that's it. Oh yeah, he does his supports 101 essentially. So there's that. Speaking of other like characters to recruit that can only talk with the Corns, do we want to recruit Anna? Like, how long is her freaking thing anyway? Would that be a good like thing to just like slap in here? Wait, what can we upgrade now? Oh, we can upgrade the arena. That could be handy. I guess I'll upgrade this, whatever. I guess we'll do it. Fine. Fine, man. I mean, it is getting pretty late. I might also just wrap up the stream in a stream. That's what I might well do. Let's see here. These two again. Oh, because it's freaking. I just upgraded the arena, and these are the two that were fighting before, so it's not gonna change that. Bonk. Come on, miss. Ow. They both landed. Of course they both landed. Of course, huh? But now that the arena's upgraded all the way, we can potentially, like, gamble all the way and get up to a stake of 8. So, proc Astra or something, please. That's not procking Astra or something. Miss. Miss. Forgot Anna's playable in this game. I think that Fate's Anna is probably my favorite, like, Fire Emblem Anna design. In my humble opinion. I would probably say. But yeah, it's getting late. This was mostly intended as a freaking test stream to stream anyway. For, you know, for like my new OS and fresh install of Citra and all that fun stuff. And it seems like the test was successful, which is very good. It was successful. For anybody that's played Fire Emblem Warriors and upgraded a bunch of stuff while Frederick's in the shop, he likes to very much say it was successful. Yeah, Lover Design just forgot she existed for a moment there. Yeah, like the Awakening Anna was pretty alright. Fate's Anna is freaking, yes, that's great. And then Three Houses Anna is like, I don't know about that, you know. But yeah, there's that. Let's go ahead and freaking, unless there's like one more support I want to get like really, really quickly with like healing. But like, Wait, Dwyer wanted to, just for the sake of, like, having more balanced parts and whatnot, I don't want this one to be, like, too short when I cut this up into parts later. Dwyer and Karagi need another support, right? Just for Karagi to A+ him. Ah! My ear is itchy. Just completely for fun. Just for something to, like, give Karagi that he's never gonna use. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it before we wrap up. Awakening Anna also had more support lines than just the Avatar. I don't have as much time in... Well, I had a decent amount of time in Awakening with, like, covering it on this channel and whatnot. But I don't think I ever tried to get, like, supports with Anna and whatnot. What other supports does she have in Awakening? Now I'm curious. What are they? Does she really have more? I was under the impression she just had, like, the one. Was the thing, kind of like the Spot Pass characters. And whatnot. So Dwyer and Karagi can just, like, do a thing. They can just do a thing and stuff. So we'll just do... I have almost 126 hours in a file of Fire Emblem Fate's Birthright, the worst of the 3 routes. What does the world come to? Like, my goodness. What does the world come to? Support line with Tiki? You remember that? Really? I did not know that. I'm not gonna run out of... Bloom Festival 13, that's about how many turns this usually takes anyway-ish. Anywhere from like 12 to 14 is typically what's going on. So, I mean, I might just take away that Iron Shuriken and put like another Bloom Festival in that inventory. Or something like that. Might well do. Man, I feel like it's so strange that this game doesn't have, you know, weapon durability at all. But like staves have durability. Just, I guess, so that you don't like spam the crazy staves too much. But there's a solution for that. Do the system of magic that 3 houses had. Have, you know, why didn't they just have the staves in this game have like a durability or like so many uses, but like on a per map basis, and every time you start a new map it like replenishes like 3 houses. I feel like that would be like my ideal durability system in like Fire Emblem, is maybe something like this, and with forging, maybe tweaked a little bit. They definitely could use some tweaking, but generally the kind of thing that Fates is going on. But also for the Healy staves, have them be like, if you're gonna not have them be unlimited use so that they can't be spammed, just have them be like a freaking 3 houses situation where it's like they refresh on a map-to-map basis. Like, that sounds like a cool thing. Maybe they hadn't come up with that idea yet because, you know, this game was before 3 houses. So maybe they hadn't yet thunk up the idea of what if something refreshed on a map-by-map basis. But I feel like this game would be better off if, like, you know, these Healy staves could even have way less uses, but just, like, refresh on a map-to-map basis, you know? That'd be pretty great. That'd be pretty great. I'm a crazy person about durability, so I'm not even gonna freaking use the Sun Festival. Screw it. In her support chain, she says something to the effect of, "You socialists will ruin everything to Tiki." What? You what now? Excusa me? Oh gosh, dang it, the thing still isn't available. We're doing it one more time. We're doing it one more time, I guess. Dwyer Karagi. One more time. We go again. Once more. One more time. I might be semi-screwed for when I throw a thumbnail together for this part later. Because, like, I got some more portraits recently to be using in thumbnails. Namely, like, I already had, like, portraits of, like, official, like, if for cases where they exist. Official, like, sprites for characters. Or, like, official, like, arts and whatnot. Things from some magazine art book thingamabob called 4-Coma, and things from Fire Emblem Heroes. And I started running out of portraits, so I went back to Fire Emblem Heroes and started getting, like, the attack animation, the damage animation, the skill animation for a whole bunch of units in this game and whatnot. So I have, like, way more different types of portraits again now. I forgot to restock on this stupid stuff, my goodness. But I'm pretty sure that Dwyer and Karagi are characters that only had, like, a 4-Coma thingamabob, and that was it. So I've already used, like, their one portrait that I had, and that was it. I'm fairly certain. So, you know, even though this is like, this part is gonna be mostly about them, I don't think either of them are gonna be the ones in the thumbnail. Feels bad when it comes to, like, having as relevant as possible thumbnails, I guess. I'm determined to Just saying, I should have switched a route. I'm determined to get through this playthrough without ever having to reuse a character portrait and have like different character portraits for each thingamabob. I'm determined. I shall do it. Oh, you don't die? Why do you just like vibrate there a bit before I... What the heck? Well, have we ever used the flame shuriken yet on Dwyer? Look how crazy that is. Smack. Just make the thumbnail Awakening Anna because we're talking about her support easy. I might have to do, like, what am I gonna do for the thingamabob? Like, for the thing where we actually recruit Anna. Like, that actual DLC map. Because that's one that we still have to do and whatnot. Because, like, sometimes if I go into... Do I have my Fire... I do have my Fire Emblem Fates thingamabob here. Like, if I go into my folder for this and whatnot, it's like... When it comes to portraits that I have here, there are a lot of, like, official arts for, like, various characters. Like, there's the artwork of Azura from, like, the cover of the game. And there is, like, there's, like, the official kind of thingamabob as well for, like, Azura's thingamabob. Some other characters, like, some other main characters will have that as well. Like, freaking, if we go find Ryoma, for example, there's, like, his official thingamabob. But not everybody has something like that, is the thing. And Anna is one of them. So, yeah, Anna's not anywhere in this folder. So, like, I mean, what do I use for Anna is the question of the day. Because I don't have, like, a 4-Koba thingamabob for her from that, like, set of stuff. I don't have one of her from, like, Heroes from, like, this version of Anna. It'd just be, like, the Fire Emblem Heroes Anna. I don't have a freaking official look for her in this unless I use, like, this kind of portrait here. Unless I use that kind of thing. Like, I could always yoink that. But, like, you know, it's not like the, you know, feet to head kind of full art thingamabob that, like, all the other things I've used on all my other thumbnails are, you know? So, like, an official art like that does exist for Fire Emblem Awakening, but not Fates. So I do honestly wonder when we do actually recruit Anna, what I'm gonna do. Do I just slap on the freaking Awakening one? And just accept that some people might, like, comment being like, you got the wrong Anna on the thumbnail. Like, yeah, I had no idea. It's not like there's one from Fates that I can slap on anyway. Or maybe I just browse, like, non-official ones. Like, I just browse if somebody has made, like, any fan art or something like that I could just, like, credit in the description or something like that. Because, like, all the ones I've used in thumbnails so far have all been, like, official arts. So it's like, I don't have to worry about, like, crediting any artists or getting, like, any potential backlash or anything like that. Because it's all, like, official art and whatnot. But for that case, should I just, like, browse around for, like, actual fan art and find something to, like, slap on there and, like, you know, credit in the description and whatnot? But yeah, surely you can find something like that in Anna's gallery on the wiki. Are you sure? Because, like, I've browsed quite a decent bit. Where's my thingamabob? Let's see here. Fire Emblem wiki. Because I've gotten most of my stuff from the Fire Emblem wiki, is the thing. So let's see here. If I type in Anna, is there going to be one with, in brackets, Fates? Nope. Well, there's just Anna. There is that. But yeah, the two kind of official... Like, the two kind of official full things that it has is Fire Emblem 13, Awakening, and then Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, I just straight up don't think that there's other ones that... I don't think that there's, like, a Fates full thingamabob, is the thing. I think it's just, you know, the top of the torso up kind of thingamabob that you see in, like, cutscenes and whatnot. Like, if I even go to gallery, like, what would there be here? Like, we can try. Like, there's all the things from Heroes. There's Awakening. A whole bunch of, like, other Heroes thingamabobs. I could use the Fire Emblem Warriors one. I could yoink the one from Fire Emblem Warriors. Maybe. Hello, Hogs. I appreciate the 3 bits there. How's it going today? I could crop that out from Cypher. From, like, the Fire Emblem card game thingamabob. I guess I do have some options, technically. Huh. Portraits. Yeah, I was thinking that I just have to use, like, a portrait like that, is what I was thinking I'd have to use. But, I mean, the freaking Warriors Anna and Fates Anna are a bit different, but they're clearly similar. Like, considering Warriors was soon after, you know, Fates and whatnot. I do not like the 3 Houses Anna. I do not. I didn't even realize there was a different thingamabob in 3 houses for Anna. I straight up did not even know that. And I have freaking probably one of the longest 3 houses series on YouTube. Yeah, I could just slap on the Warriors one and who would know the difference? Or maybe like just remove the background on one of these. Technically. But I don't have like quite the same options as I would like most of the characters of this game. Is the thing. But I'm technically not optionless. I'm just gonna have to like, I'll yoink those 3, I guess, and decide at the time, like, which one works best with, like, whatever background it is. So I do have options. It's good to know. And technically there will be 3 playthroughs with, like, Birthright, Revelations, and Conquest, not in that order. So maybe I'll wind up doing, like, 1 for each, you know? Maybe, since there's 3 there. The Me 3 Houses Anna is so bad that you don't blame me for not even knowing she had a second portrait. How do you get the second portrait? Like, what context does it appear in? I don't even know. It's going well, but lurking for the past 2 hours. How am I doing? All right. I'm glad to see that, like, my new OS and, like, fresh installs of things seem to be working. Might even be working generally better off than, like, the way that they were before. So, like, it's still going to be a pain setting up my computer with, like, everything being the way that it was before. But I think it's going to be a net positive. Like, we're already seeing, like, potentially positive effects and stuff like this that'll, you know, help make the stream and content better and stuff like that. So, it's a pain now, but at the end of the day, it should have, like, a long-term benefit, you know? It should be one of those things that's, like, painful and it's like, I don't want to go to, like, the effort of getting it done, but once you do get it done, it's just going to be, like, great until end of time, and you'll be glad that you got it done. It appears in the super duper secret Red Dragon's route. Yeah, the Red Dragon house in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. The super duper secret one, huh? Alright, just need to get this back on the shelf. Just need to get this elf back on the shelf, and I should be just about done. Yeah. Hey, Dwyer. Your tent appears to be clean today. You did this yourself? Oh yeah, thanks to you. I think I'm getting the hang of this neatness stuff. Dwyer rule number 1, discard all items you have not touched for 6 months. Dwyer rule number 2, especially food. Dwyer rule number 3, all items you do use must be returned to their original places. Dwyer rule number 4, do not interrupt Dwyer's nap time. I memorized all of them, just like you said. Very good. You know, I never thought I'd say it, but it's made preparing for a hunt way better. It's not just easier, it's so relaxing now. Of course, enrich your environment and you enrich your soul. I'm sorry if I frustrated you. If I just listened to you from the start, I'd have saved myself a lot of pain. No worries, you understand now. That's enough. I've also learned something in this process. You aren't who I thought you were. I hereby revoke your title of Slovenly Prince. You are now the Immaculate Prince. Woohoo, thanks! You know, you might come off as gruff, but I bet you're a softie on the inside. Don't be such an idiot. I knew it, you're turning red. Okay, so I believe, yeah, Karagi's A+ options are Dwyer, Hizame, and Shiro. And he would get Karagi would get Spear Fighter from Shiro, but Karagi already has access to Spear Fighter as his secondary, so that's meaningless. He could A+ Hizame for the Samurai line, but his parents already passed down to him Astra and Vantage. And, like, those are the spicier things of freaking, you know, that line anyway. So, like, the one option that's left is freaking Dwyer, essentially. So, even though he's probably never going to use any skills that, like, Dwyer has to offer him, it's, like, the one thing that he can, like, feasibly get stuff from. Stuff that he's probably never gonna use. But, you know, it's still the best option, so may as well. May as well. We're never gonna really use that A+, but who cares? I've got 99 of that again. Holy crap. Want some glasses? Those glasses were my child's, but you can have them. You are now the Immaculate Prince. You are now the final boss of Silver Snow. Sounds about right.
I can help.
Sounds about right. You want to wreck things? Be our first, like, arena battle that gets all the way up to, giving us 8 stuff. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. You didn't proc anything? I'm disappointed in you, Ryoma. Wow, I'm so disappointed. Yeah, imagine you get to the end of Silver Snow and it's just Kizaragi in the Da Vinci tank. Man, what a final boss that would be in 3 houses, huh? What a final boss that would be. Proc something! Darn you, Ryoma! Oh. Oh, okay. And you're even using freaking... It looks like Kagero's in Swordmaster right now for like getting skills and whatnot. Freaking Ryoma's class. So doing Ryoma's crit in a way, while doing Ryoma's crit quote if you have breathed your last. Wow. Isn't that something? Alright, well. There you go. Now you're proccing something. Please land. Oh. Okay, that's what you like to see.
Not bad.
That is what you like to see. Okay. There we go. Amber times 8. It's nice to have a fully upgraded arena. It is very nice to have a... You want these glasses I just gave to Rinka? You want them? Magic and defense. What's this? Beans? I produce countless beans here. You think I want more beans? Here, take these beans that Caldori found on the ground. Like, literally just outside. Went outside like 2 steps and you would have found them yourself. But here, I brought them in for you regardless. So there you go. A level up. And level 99 for a good while. I don't care. It's still important to continue feeding the dragon beans and whatnot. Can we invite a nerd? We can. What kiddo can we invite? Dwyer, apparently. Let's invite Dwyer. Yeah. That's what I'm leaning towards. That's what we'll do. Freaking red hair Dwyer.
Maybe next time I'll bring a little tea. Have you tried my signature blend?
I kind of know that that's what his tone of voice is supposed to sound like. I know that's like semi what I impersonate when I'm like reading out his lines and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like when I actually hear, it's like, wow, he's just like really down, isn't he? L from Death Note looking ass dude. That's him. Wait, what if we forged one of his weapons to call it like L? Where are you? You're right there. So your magic is just a little bit higher than your strength. 11, 15. So I mean, they'd both be around the same power. It just depends on like, you know, if the enemy has like higher defense or res.
Hey,
Like, wait, carved name. Like, we could always just like, L. What? How many characters can you do anyway? LOL. Not a lot. I mean, unless it's like one of these kinds of it is one of those kinds of I think? I don't know. Just call it L? Wait, why is this a... Weird. We just want to call his weapon like L? L Death Note? I don't know. Is there... it is something that I did wind up checking out a good while back after people kept recommending it to me. What's something that L would say? I don't know. I don't know what he would freaking say. That could go onto a freaking... onto a weapon. We could just call it L, I guess. Bam. Because it's freaking L. It looks so weird when it doesn't fill up like the whole text space. It's just that tiny smidge. There's just a freaking shuriken called L.
come back any.
Or something. What the heck? L. It's so out of place. He has officially taken the L. And can officially hand out the L to our enemies now. Can quite literally throw the L out there. I have 126 hours in a playthrough of Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. You know, I was recently talking with somebody in YouTube comments on on one of my Fire Emblem Fates videos talking about like grinding strategies and whatnot. And one of the things that I mentioned there, and I'll mention here, is I think the entire rest of this playthrough is going to be, you know, completely legitimate like we've done it to this point. But I'm thinking that for future playthroughs, if I'm just grinding like to get levels on parent units to like get the skills that they need to like pass down to kiddo units, I'm thinking I might just become a cheaty Pete. I might, because looking at 126 hours on a file of Fire Emblem Fates and the worst route of all that makes me just look at that and be like, you know, I have other things I like to do with my life too. I never thought I'd be spending 126 hours on any one playthrough of Fire Emblem Fates. So, I like having more time to do things. And I wound up being a cheaty Pete at like the very, very tail end of my Fire Emblem Awakening playthrough. When I was preparing for Apotheosis, I was getting really, really tired of not getting the stats that I needed to go up on level up. Like, you know in Fire Emblem Awakening where you have like maybe 1 or 2 stats that aren't maxed out and you keep on leveling up over and over again and those stats just keep on not going up? Yeah, so at like the very tail end of my Fire Emblem Awakening playthrough, I did a thingamabob that just said it so like all stats are gonna go up and whatnot. I don't think I'm gonna get any of these files to the state where they're like perfected, everybody has perfect stats and whatnot, but still grinding parent units up to a certain level to get them the skills that they need to pass down to their kiddo units and to like, you know, do that still takes 3,000 years. That still got me to the 126 hours that we're at here right now. So I don't think I'd ever do anything for like, you know, stats or whatnot. Like I'll just work with whatever the hell the game gives me. But I'm thinking that potentially in future playthroughs, once we get to like chapter 19, since that's, you know, the part where I'd start getting kiddo units with them offspring seals and whatnot, I'm thinking that from like chapter 19 in future playthroughs, I might just become like a cheaty Pete and do a thing where it's like every battle gives you 100 exp just so that I don't have like as many hours in this and, you know, feel like I'm doing more productive stuff with my life than spending time in freaking files of Fire Emblem Fates, you know? So, I might do that. I might try some different grinding strategies, but if I don't do it for Conquest, I will at least for Revelations. The amount of units you get in Revelations is absolutely insane. That if when it comes to grinding to level up and get skills, if I'm not a cheaty Pete for Fire Emblem Revelations, I feel like I might legitimately go insane. So I might just do that. Like, I probably won't for like the rest of this playthrough, because it's like, I don't have anything right now that I particularly need to grind for. Like, it would be kind of cool to unlock certain skills on these characters, but it's really not needed, as opposed to like on the parent units where it absolutely was needed to like get that set up on them before I passed down the skills to kiddo units. Like I had to in that kind of case. But like in this case, it's like there are other skills that I could like work towards to be spicy here. Like Shiro could get a support and get like replicate, for example, if you really want to. But like these are all. Why do you have a freaking Master Seal? Oh, doesn't Shigura? He still has the hoe apparently. These are situations like I don't really need to. Like I could grind for 3,000 years here if I want to, and if I did want to get this save file into a perfected state, I probably would just be a freaking cheaty Pete for it. But it's in a state right now where it's like, yeah, we can just be at our current strength and like just go through the rest of this game, you know? We can just go through the rest of this game with our current strength and not have to like worry about that. I'd be very tempted before the final boss to get like my final build plans done on all of them skill wise. And if I do decide to do that, then like maybe I'll be a cheaty Pete. I was debating about potentially doing that for like the parent units to get them out of like weird things that they normally wouldn't be in and be like, aha, before this playthrough ends, this is like my final planned build. Because my goodness, after over 100 hours in this file, I am a little bit tired of grinding in this. And this is one playthrough out of 3, so that's, you know, a decent bit there. Let's just see here. If you want to max out your stats in a way, you can just buy 2,000 of each stat booster. Yeah, if only it were easier to get the freaking funds to do that. Something else that I've been tired of doing in this is freaking grinding for fun. How many funds do I have right now? Anyway. Because, yeah, a decent bit. Yeah, this entire playthrough has been completely legit. No cheaty Pete shenanigans happening. But, in the future, like, you know, I sometimes like to do things that aren't grinding in Fire Emblem Fates. So, if I become a cheaty Pete in the future, don't blame me for that. Like, it would never be anything to be, like, giving me an unfair advantage. Like, every stat has a 100% chance to go up on level up. It would just be, what can I do to make the grinding that I'd otherwise do take, like, way shorter? That's literally all I would do. That's literally the only extent that I'd go to for things. Got Hinata has Wado Ichimongi? Wait. That's the proper name of that? Somebody did have a thing called Ichimongi, wasn't it? Like, no. Who had the thing? Wasn't there another one called exactly that? Wrong weapon. Ah, it was Kyle. It was Kyle who had that. Anyway, yeah, that's my little spiel about that. Like, it's just mostly, I've gotten really tired of grinding in this for 3,000 years, so I feel like maybe at some point in the future for this series, if, you know, I'm just doing something that's like grinding up however many levels to unlock certain skills, then, you know, I might just find ways to make that easier. Also, for future playthroughs, I might revise the rules that I made for myself. Like I said, no buying skills from other files. I might revise that to say I'm only allowed to buy skills from other files if it's a skill that I could have had on this character by this level by now. Like, if it's something within, like, their range of what they can get with my builds, and they're at a level that they could have gotten it by now. I might just do that in future files as well. Just because it's like, my goodness, I'm tired of doing that. That weapon name is super fast as you're scrolling. I thought it was Itchy Monkey. Got a little bit misinformed. I'm just gonna save up a zillion times. My goodness. Well, thanks all who stopped by and hung out. This was a good test stream to stream. A good short test stream to stream late at night to basically see if my computer is working for this kind of thing. Our first stream on a new OS and whatnot. Well, old, new-ish OS. New to this computer OS. Thingamabob. Whatever. I can't words. I'm gonna pass out here in a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna cut this up in a couple parts first so that I actually have like some uploads for Fire Emblem Fates coming up. And then I'll pass out. That's what I'll do. Talk to you in the next one. Take good care of yourself. Of course, the usual. Please have yourself a damn good one. Will do. Absolutely. Thanks all who stopped by and hung out. I'm gonna go do the things that I said I was gonna do. I stick around here any longer. I'm gonna ramble for 3,000 years. So take care all and see ya.